Yellow, 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 yellow,
We
yellow,
are
yellow,
live.
yellow.
VR Broadcast Network is happy to bring tonight to you a match between Disconnect, a Tyro Academy team in the NA, and
Hello,
Disciples,
hello,
our EU
hello,
Tyro
hello,
Academy
hello,
team.
hello, hello.
We've got Skittles in the background saying hello, hello, hello to everyone, and she will be doing the play-by-play for us tonight. We've got these should be a really good match, Skittles. We've got the Disconnect team coached by Rygen. He's been coaching them up since we first began. And here we go. Disconnect is in the blue. Disciples, the EU team, is in orange. Looks like Disciples has got the disc. They're slowing it down. This is really smart play on their part. Let's see, they're breaking loose, and the shot a little bit off. There we go. Now we've got some cams going on. Let's see how Disconnect handles the ping disadvantage here, or the ping advantage here. They're kind of going slow. A little bit of clumping there in the middle, but they've got a pass over to 9. 9's got the disc on at boot, doing a little dipsy do, but off the ding ring. So let's see if they can reset this and get a little bit of fluidity going, less one-on-one action.
I don't know.
9's got the disc, and there's the shot and score. Good assist by Time Lord.
Is it still echoey?
Do we have some echo? I think we got the echo under control.
No, I know what the problem is, Torque. I can't hear you through.
My mic was just picking up some stuff in the
background. I can hear you through Twitch, but I can't hear you talking through the VC.
Oh, okay. Well,
so
I'll
I can't. I don't have like you're not streaming through the VC.
Take over from here.
It's the VRBN's not streaming anything through VC, so I have no access to your audio. I can only I can watch Twitch. That's it. And I assume if I were to turn this up, people on Twitch could hear me. But can you hear me in Twitch? If you can hear me in Twitch, say something in the chat, because I'm looking at the Twitch stream. Oh, okay. So, yeah, that echo was because I had my Twitch stream on. Okay. All right. I mean, I can see the Twitch. Yeah, I get that I'm live. I just don't have any audio through the voice chat. So I can watch Twitch, and I can cast it from the Twitch. I can do that, I guess. I don't know if it's gonna be delayed or not. Let's see how this goes. All right. So orange team is taking. They're gonna toss the disc out, but we've got a little bit going on in the middle of the field. Lots of brawling going down. And blue team takes over. Gosh, the names are so tiny. Whoa. All right. And Nexus takes a nice attempt at a clear, but not quite. He's going to try and pick it up, but Purple Flame's going to pull it back, and nice. That was excellent. Tried to take a shot, but unfortunately, Orange Team has a goalie. They're going to try and clear it out of here, but not quite going to make it. So Blue Team is going to take another shot. Lollybee's pushing in. Oh, so very close. Westy dove up, tried to get that, but was unnecessary. Let's see who can get that. They can clear it through. Orange Team is going to start moving down the arena. Let's see who's going to get there first. I don't know who's going to go. All right, Blue Team. Nice fast stats. And they're going to be moving on the ceiling. Orange Team seems to be playing a little bit back, but I do think we're on the Blue Team server. So Nexus is going to pick that up, hang out a little bit in the tunnel, see what kind of options. Ooh, nice attempt at a pass, but a beautiful steal from the Blue Team. That disc is going to bounce its way over into the bubble, and Westy's going to do what he needs to and keep protection of the goal. I like that. I like seeing that. Orange Team is going to try and clear it through, but it's not quite going to make it. Casting seems about 5 minutes. So yeah, I mean, until I can get actual audio that's not on Twitch. Yeah, because all I can see is the Twitch stream. But I'm sure Torque is working on that. But yeah, we can swap it up a little bit. Seems like both teams are doing their best to get this disc out of the arena, but you know, when you get into this portion, you got a lot of brawling going on. I'm seeing a lot of really good attempts at re-grabbing, which is awesome. And I can see Torx working it. Hold on a second. I think I've got some live footage here now. Let me see if I can watch the stream. Dun, dun, dun. All right, sweet. So I've got stream footage. No stream audio, but that's okay. Let's see. Twitch folks, you can tell me if this is a little bit better. The clear is going through to the blue side. It's bouncing off of bow tie and now bouncing right back to where it came from. The blue team's going to pick it up over there and try and sit it back over to the orange side. Purple Flame's doing a good job trying to get around the defenders. Tell me, is that better? Okay, fantastic. Awesome. All right, this is great. Definitely some even teams so far. Blue team's gonna see what they can do. Nice juke in there on the boot, but oh, very close. Oh, and 9 headbutts it right out of the goalie hands for 2 points. Fantastic. They're doing a really good job with this setup they've got going on here. Okay, let's see what the orange team can do. Gonna take a joust off of the ring. And let's see what's gonna happen. We got a split going down the middle. Looks like it bounced a little bit, but we're gonna take it right there off the nose. Time Lord's gonna throw that right down to the other side of the arena. Let's see if blue team can capitalize off of what's going on right here. Disc popping its way right back out, and Time Lord's gonna move towards the center and throw it up right there into the goalie's hands. We got to make sure that we're remembering, take our time, right? We all know that that's one of the things that the Academy is teaching us. Take our time, take our time. And I know when we're starting games like this, emotions are high, so we want to take a couple of breathers and watch out for those clears and attempts on goal. So it looks like we've got an open goal. Oh, very close shot. Such a good try. But the blue team's going to pick it right back up and try and make something out of this. Orange team wants to get some points, though. They're down by 4, and they're going to need to pick it up a little bit in order to come back. We've got 2 minutes and 44 seconds, but that's plenty enough time to get those 4 points. We've got orange team doing a little brawling out in the middle of the arena. Nice clear from the blue team. It's popping up into the bubble. Let's see who can get down there first. Looks like blue team is capitalizing on some brawling happening in the back. Time Lord's going to pass it right over to the center. There it goes for a cut, but Westy says, I don't think so, and throws it out. Very nice. I like that. We're going to try and do some resetting, which is always important. Remember the importance of those resets. Nice shot over there to boot, but unfortunately, let's see. We're going to pick this up. Disc is going to head over into the trap area. Now we're floating on away into the tunnel, but blue team does a great job of picking that up. Time Lord's going to scoot his way over to the other side and see if he can't make anything out of it. Just shy of catching the teammate, but it doesn't matter. Purple Flame picks it up for 2 points. Yeah, they're doing a great job. I agree, Chuck. Doing some really good defense, and that's how you know you got some decent defenses, when you can keep the scores low and you can get the disc out of there. I'd love to just see a little bit more composure from both teams on their clears. I am seeing a couple people who are doing a really good job moving around with the disc, which is excellent. That's what we want to see. We're over here in the tunnel. Okay, orange team getting it together, taking that disc and seeing what they can make out of it. Keeping that block. I love seeing the block kept. You just never know who's right behind you at any point in time. Blue team's going to try and take a nice clear, but it's going to settle its way right into the tunnel. And Nexus is going to take a little bit of time. I think that was Westy, yeah. Westy's taking a clear, but the blue team's going to take over possession again. Nice clear. That was fantastic from the blue team. See if they can get it down there. Oh, no! and Time Lord picks up a 56-meter shot. Oh my goodness, sometimes stuff just works out the way you want it to. Hey, you only succeed in not making shots you don't take, right? So why not make it clear that might just go in? Very cool, very cool. All right, so Orange Team, and yes, I believe we are on the NA server right now, which makes a lot of sense. Our EU players who are on the Orange Team are obviously dealing with some ping issues, which we all know. We've all played with ping. It's not the most fun, but they're definitely doing their absolute best to keep control over the disc. And there goes our first round. Fantastic. Okay, so we end with Orange Team at 2, Blue Team at 11. So nice job from both teams. I think that we can definitely say that was a good first round. I expect to see a lot more. Did somebody set that? Yeah, it's just there we go. I expect to see a lot more of a change from our second round once we can swap it out and shift over to the other side. I see Torx in there now taking care of things. But yeah, so I saw some decent stacks there at some point, and I just want to see some more consistency on those stacks. I expect that when we swap over to the EU servers, we're going to see some really, hopefully when they get some better ping, we'll see some changes. You know, EU is usually known for that 2-2 stacking type deal. So I expect to see that we're gonna see our Orange Team just kind of rock and roll and take it to the next level. Both teams doing a great job. We've got a lot of our newer players, also some players that have been, doing their thing for a little while. But keeping those stacks together, obviously we know that that's super important. Not only stacking up, but also for anybody that's listening, remember the importance of accurate clears, right? So I know when I was a new player, one of the things that was really difficult for me was the fear that came with holding the disc and then getting stunned. I mean, we all know what that feels like, right? You're a brand new player and you're like, yay, I got the disc, I feel so awesome, woohoo, let's go. And then all of a sudden someone just smashes into your face, right? And you're like, no, I lost the disc. I have brought dishonor to my family. To our team. And so we get into this kind of mode where we think that the only way to fix that is to grab disc, throw disc fast, right? And so it's really important that we take these opportunities, especially when you're in these Tyro events and you've got these opportunities to do anything. Like, you want to go into all your Tyro events with a purpose. I know that sounds weird, and sometimes, especially when I was brand new, had no training, my purpose was go to win, right? The dishonor trees, the dishonor. But really, like, in my mind, it was like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to win, so I just do whatever it takes to win. But how awesome it is that we have all of these Tyro events to where we can practice things that just aren't about winning, right? And I think one of those is about focusing your attention on the right ways to clear. When to take that extra time. Get in there and try and do. I presume that's our ender is when you're holding the disc and then you block and then you can grab the disc again, or just keep your head on a swivel. One of the things that's really useful is when you're approaching a disc. Let's say the disc is in trap, right? It takes a little while to get comfortable with this, but try and see if you can start spinning your head around before you go for that disc. You know where the disc is, unless it's doing some weird bouncing stuff. But if it's mostly in the same location, it's very easy for us to just turn that head around and see, is anybody behind me? Is anybody coming up on me? And love, the rest of your team, I can only presume are in the other server. Which I think is what we're seeing here on the screen, is that the EU team is picking up a new server, and they are going to eventually invite the rest of the NA team to join them on the EU server, and then we'll go flippity floppity. and stuff like that. Hey, you don't have to just turn your head. You can turn your body. You can turn your whole body when you're feeling better, Gary. But back to what I was saying, like if you have the ability, let's say something very simple, like let's say that the disc is on one of the side walls. Let's say the disc is right above Pac-Man, right over there next to the wall, and you're going in a straight line for the disc. It's such a good idea to just take a second and yeah, give us a twirl. Yeah, twist and shout. Exactly. Turn around just real quick. I mean, there's many ways you could do this. You could do a full spin. You could just quickly look over your shoulder. You could use your um your controller. You could use your controller to give you a nice quick spin around and back, so you don't have to do as much in movement. But keep that in mind, because you know what happens when you know what's going on behind you. You don't have to grab the disc and immediately throw it, because we see a lot of that. And I saw some opportunities where immediate clears were necessary, had to happen, but then I saw a couple of times where immediate clears did not have to happen. And what I mean is that moment where you go and you grab the disc and you are 100% green, and unfortunately maybe your teammates weren't watching, or they're not being as vocal as they should, or maybe they couldn't see you. That happens a lot. So you have to make sure that you're able to see your own surroundings. I remember some of the best advice that I ever was given as a newer player. And it wasn't even new. I mean, gosh, I had probably been playing for like 10 months by then. But I remember a higher level player telling me that getting a red call was not it was not the rest of your team's duty. It was actually a privilege. So getting calls, really, we should look at them as a privilege. Because I remember when I was brand new, one of the things I would always do, and I'm sure some of you found yourself doing this too, you don't get that red call, and then you're angry, right? You're like, why didn't anybody give me a red call? Gosh, you guys couldn't see me. Like, I still do it sometimes today, which I shouldn't. But the point is that it's not all on them. You have eyes, you have ears, you have a body that turns, right? So it may not be the best. It may not be the best because we don't want to lose. We don't want to, lose track of the disc. But it is not your teammates' responsibility to make sure that they are watching your back at all times, because they're doing a lot of stuff too. They're dealing with the getting stunned out in the back, and bye Gary. They're getting stunned out in the back, and they're trying to get to good location to where you could possibly pass to, or they're trying to get their stacks together, or they're trying to stun out stacks. There's so many things that are going on with the other players. So yeah, keep that in mind. And I mean, that makes sense, Chuck. It literally takes months and months and months and months and months. I'm still trying to remember to turn around when I'm going for a disc. But one of the things that I've also gotten really comfortable with is just blocking, right? So I'll block on my way towards the disc, and I'll keep my ears open, right? Keep them open, keep them open. Listen, listen, listen. Do you hear the red? Do you hear the slap call? Because if we're not using slap, boy, shame on us, because slap is such a good call. And for anybody that's listening that's not 100% sure on when you should be using slap, slap is that call that tells your teammate you don't have enough time to grip, rear back, and throw. Because in that half a second, you will be stunned out. They will steal it from you. So slap is that beautiful thing where here you are, you're floating towards the disc at 5 meters per second, and you've got your blocks up, right? You got your hands up there, and you're blocking, and they're saying slap, 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 and you know that you have probably less than enough time. You're hoping you have enough time to go from unblocking and a quick fling of the hand, right? Get comfortable with that. If any of you are doing personal private practice, which if you're not, please start, because private practice, in my opinion, is huge. I know a lot of people will tell you, oh, it's not that big of a deal. It doesn't matter. You don't need to practice a lot. You can just get everything you need from it in games. Well, here's why I feel so passionately about what happens in your private practice when you're in there. Have you ever seen any VRML games casted? Now, at the end of the VRML games, what they show is they show the stats, right? And on the stats, one of the very interesting stats that I've always thought was really interesting was the stat that said possession time. So if you look at the possession time on a given game, most players will average somewhere between 30 and 90 seconds. Okay, so you just sat in there for 30 minutes playing this game, and you got to possess the disc for approximately 90 seconds max. Do you think that that's enough time for you to really practice your throwing skills? For you to really practice and hone in on your skills to play Echo? Right? In my opinion, that's never going to be enough. So there you are. You get in the arena, you do your stuff like we talk about. It's just fantastic, and I love it. And I think we are almost here, ready to get started. Yay! So we're pulling over the, are we gonna stay on one person, Torque? Because I can see we're only on watching one person. Is that the perspective we're gonna keep on the disc one? Which is fine, yeah, anyway. Because it seems like we're just following. There we go. Perfection. Love it. Alrighty. So we are on our way. Looks like the orange team has picked up the disc. We got a clear that's bouncing down to the floor, but nice pickup. Let's see if he can get it out to the other side. Beautiful clear. Now we got to watch to see where our orange team is positioned. They're coming in hot, but oh, and a steal. What's gonna happen? And 9 drops a 2. Excellent job. There's a lot going on, and like I said before, I really want to see in the second round. I want to see our blue team come and pick up those stacks and make sure that they're focusing on the kind of clears that they're making, and getting that speed, because I know they've got it. So blue team's gonna come out, take the disc. We've got ourselves a normal split, looking like the disc is gonna bounce off of something, and kind of seems like our orange team is gonna come up, pick it up, and Lolly B is gonna take it in for a 3. What we're gonna need to see in this round, if we want blue team to be able to come back, which we definitely do want to see that score come and even out, we're gonna have to see blue team fine-tuning everything, and that's a key. So one of the things that we as players really have to focus on is the accuracy of what we're doing, whether that is accuracy of throwing, accuracy of passing, accuracy with stuns and clears and all that stuff. One of the things that makes or breaks a person when it comes to Echo is accuracy. And you know how you get accuracy? You gotta practice, right? You got an open goal. Cover that goal. Okay, the shot was a little bit low, but they are going to get another chance at taking it. And 9 pops up from the floor, easily smashes that thing in from the bottom for another 2 points. All right, so blue team, what we got to see are some shots to the disc, taking the disc, making it go from player to player, like we were talking about earlier, that accuracy. So one of the things you're going to notice here is also where the location of the player is in the tunnel. So sometimes, oh, such a close shot for a 3, but they might just make another one. Now they're going to take their time and actually misses the goal. That's okay. Purple Flame's going to pick it back up, try and go for a bounce shot. That was beautiful. I've seen Flame do that before. Excellent shot. One of the things that could be really useful if you're finding that maybe you ever notice how when you do a normal split and the players just kind of float their way through the tunnels? We'll kind of see what happens here with the split here. You see, okay, we're maybe going for a relay, keeping that stack together. I think Westy is trying to do something that might actually work really well for them, is draw in the opposing team from the other side. Sometimes if you're doing just random clears to the opposite side, well, if the entire team is down there, that's not as useful or successful. But sometimes being able to draw them in gets them off sides. Let's see if they can at least get it over to the other side. Orange team's gonna pick it up and toss it up to the ceiling, back into bubble. But thankfully there is a goalie hanging out in there. Let's see if they can Get rid of that disc. Beautiful stun. Now let's get that clear down. All right, blue team needs to capitalize, whether that is leeching or stacking, whatever it is, getting those stacks together and keeping those stacks together. Here is their opportunity. The disc is getting kind of wrangled around underneath boot there, but it was not cleared. So there's still some opportunity to pick that up. Orange team's going to pick it up there in the popcorn area. So close to grabbing that stun. And this is just kind of do its thing here, float around. We've got quite a few of the blue team over here for defense, which is excellent. Nice grab of the disc out of their hand. Let's see, Purple Flame's going to come around the side, possibly take up on the inside. Now see that right there? What we want to do is find a geo. So for any of you watching this, you want to find a geo to grab onto. It's going to make that process so much easier. Disc is coming in. Is he going to be able to make that shot? Backboard attempt. So close. It is going to float its way back towards the middle of the field. Nice attempt at a shot. But it's going to be eaten up by the chicken nugget, which I like to call it. Attempted at a 3. Successful for Lolly B. Lolly B with a 3 today. She's rhyming and a-rolling. 13 from 13. Ooh, I love it when numbers go right. All right, so I want to see our blue team try and get some more points on the board. Let's see if they can kind of settle down a little bit and make something happen. Let's see what can happen here. We're coming out of the defensive joust from the opposite side. You see they're kind of working on that 2-2, but it looks like we might have... Yeah, it looks like Wesley's going to take a slow approach, which I absolutely love. I think it's a great idea. We want to make sure that when we throw the disc, we get the disc to a teammate, right? And that's super important. I think practice is key, but making sure that we're able to, even if they're slow throws. One of the other bits of information that I got that I thought was really useful was how fast are you trying to throw, right? So if your passes are really fast, are you trying to throw 17s to a teammate when it's not necessary? Or are we just trying to go for a simple 12 that has a higher likelihood of getting to their opponent who you're looking for? All right, so Wes is next. This is going to take this now, send it down to the bottom of trench. It's going to do that horrible bounce that I hate every time it happens. So close to picking that up in the tunnel. Clear is right down there underneath Geo, and we're gonna come in, see if they can grab another score. Just barely missed it. We got a 7-meter 2, and Orange team's up 27-2. I think this be a great game for the blue team to take a look at, and just kind of see where things are going wrong. And that's good. One of the things that I feel very strongly about is you cannot succeed if you always play games that are too easy for you. Why? Because it's a really great way to see what you need to work on. Everybody has something to work on. Even the best teams have something to work on, but we have to identify it. One of the things that I'm seeing from the Orange team, they're doing really well, are these clears. The clears for the Orange team in this round have been almost flawless, and that's really important because they're able to capitalize on clearing the disc and then picking it up with the stack. You know, one of the most effective ways to score, especially in the early stages. Oh, lots of jukey jivey there on the post over there. Who is that? Definitely Nine's trying to do some wild stuff right there, but unfortunately, and sometimes a little bit too much hands is not always a good thing. Dings it off of the rim. Gonna try. Lollybee is gonna try and push it in again. Nice save. Let's see if they can get that disc out of here. And accuracy of clears is another thing that we all have to work on. If you can get the clears out, you can get the stacks together, you can make something of it. But it becomes very difficult. So you gotta think about, how much time do I have? How much time do I have? And of course, sometimes ping means that you don't have as much time as you thought you had. But at the same time, you really want to make sure you're focusing on, where am I trying to throw this? Am I trying to make a concerted effort to get this disc out, right? And where am I trying to throw it? Is it going to be someplace successful? Am I going to hit something? really all circumstantial. Oh no, somebody lost their arms. Oh man, it's always something. All right, Tucker takes a shot from the top of the bubble. Beautiful shot. 3. Good job, blue team. Well done. They've been pushing for those 2 points, and that was a really good pickup, especially when they lost somebody. Arms went crazy there in the sky. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's get to take a look at a joust from the orange team. We've got some version of a relay. Was going to take that disc and just clear it on down into the low parts of the bubble. There is nobody defending the goal, and there goes a 16-meter shot from 9 after being picked up, assisted by Purple Flame. All right. So we have about 20 seconds, maybe 10 more seconds. Let's see if the blue team can at least send this thing down there, and you never know, pick up a last minute point at the end of this game. I like the idea of a dribble. Not a lot of time though, so usually what we want to do with short things like this is to either take a shot up the top, maybe a shot through the bottom, something that can help us to get it into the opposing bubble, and then pick up your stack from there. Good job, both teams. We have our final score, orange team 29, blue team 4. We definitely saw a lot of good effort. And I think, as I mentioned before, this cast will be really good for the teams to see. Either team would be a really good opportunity to see some of the good stuff, some of the bad stuff, and if you are recording your games or someone's recording your games, definitely take an opportunity to look at them. We got Nexus, who did a great job on stuns. Gosh, look at him. He was out there smashing heads. 24 stuns in 10 minutes. You had a nice save from Nexus also. On the other side, 9 and Lolly coming in both with 8 points apiece. 2 assists from Lolly, who definitely did a great job in today's game. Purple Flame got an assist also, and lots of good stunning from both teams. Remember, you're gonna get a whole lot of stuns from just simply blocking, right? Block, 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 block. One of the things that I've seen a lot of with our newer players is the lack of blocking. So remember, keep those arms up. And also, an odd factoid for you guys. If you've never tried this, you don't have to tell me and my little self that was never taught anything. You don't have to put your hands up next to your head. You don't have to punch yourself in the face to block. The bubble in which your headset will actually pick it up is quite big. And so I've actually noticed that if I have my arms to my sides and I just bend at the elbow, which will pretty much put your fist right adjacent to your chin, perfect spot, right? So great job, everybody, today. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for chatting away in the chat box, and thanks for watching and supporting our Academy tournament. Everybody for being here, and make sure to come back 9 p.m. tonight, so about 4.5 hours from now, to check out the tournament between 2 more Academy teams. So thanks, everybody, and we'll catch you later.